Mike's not even on. Mike's not. I guess I did the wrong hotkey. Anyway, here I am. I've been here the whole time, but really I haven't been. So, thank you guys for joining us. I was actually just going over tickets and money. I was going over. Oh my gosh. Well, I do apologize. So I get it. If you don't give me a like or a subscribe, I get it. I would like to give you guys my pick for this game. All I ask is give me a like and a subscribe. If you're joining us, let them know we're actually live now because there's probably nobody here. I had no idea I was not streaming. So right now I was actually looking at where the money was versus where the tickets were and sharps and things like that. If this TV is too loud, please let me know. Maybe I can turn the camera around and play the game. I don't know how YouTube does with all that stuff. So what I want to do real quick is go over some trends. Whether it has to do with like Monday Night Football, just, Bills playing the Jets and opening games, whatever. Monday night unders. You guys know what I mean. Stats and trends that we can, I'm going to tell you, well, so we still got an hour roughly. It's raining here in the Northeast and kind of storming, but I think it's going to be moving out. And once it moves out, we're good. I don't think it's doing much now. It's really small. It kind of was just this afternoon, and then it wore itself out. It just, it's coming down pretty heavy, and I think that we're going to be good game time. So the field should be damp and wet. There's Aaron Rodgers now, guys. So I have my pick that I like. If you guys could hit that like button for me, subscribe if you haven't already done so. That's all I ask. I'm just going to tell you right now the Bills. Just give me the Bills. Bills are 2.5 favorites. Which I already knew that. But yeah, you know what? I'll take the Bills. Let's look at this real quick. Bills or Jets. Boom. All right, so let's have a look. Since I've already went through all this and pretty much deleted everything I had, we'll go back and check this out. There's your... So you have a new quarterback. You could go back and go to Green Bay's season. Maybe, just focus on the offense. How many points he was able to put up. And maybe you can average those scores with this, right? With the New York Jets somewhat, because that's the only way to be able to, let's say, like right here, total score, right? Well, you could adjust the difference between Green Bay's total score and New York Giants' total score, and what's the median average for that? That's what I would do. I didn't have time to do the work. Hold up. Let me fall back real quick. Let's give a moment of silence and a prayer for all the families and individuals that were affected by 9/11. God bless them. God bless America. It's something that I got stuck watching it all day on History Channel. And because I was in school, I was in 9th grade. I was a freshman in high school. And I remember exactly where I was, the class. We had the TV on and we watched the second plane go in the building. And it was like, it was crazy. You guys don't understand how, when you hear people, if you don't remember, if you're young, and you hear people talk about how we were all together, you guys have no clue. You guys have no idea what that was like. It was a little nerve-wracking coming home from school. Okay, it was you don't know what's going on, right? So it's a little nerve-wracking. Parents are at work, and school was let out early. And you don't really know what's going on, right? It's like, it was the towers, and it was the Pentagon, and another plane. It's like, what else is to come? But that was a plane. It's funny because Joe actually literally goes right over my house every Friday. 3 Marine Ones, they just go right over my house. Pretty damn low because they land probably, I don't know. They probably land maybe 15 miles away from here at the airport. I'm not going to tell you where, what area I'm at, but every Friday and then every Sunday afternoon, we see them just going south. Um, so, and it's like they even, I see them all the time going to different Air Force bases and stuff and whatever. So, but yes, let's just give a shout out and let's just pay our respects to the families and people that were involved in it and the family members that have been impacted by it because it's pretty serious. And I talked a lot of stuff on Twitter. I talked a lot of shit. And I'm just, so if you were, like right here, Republicans against Trump, right? What is the number one video that they put out? I know this has nothing to do with sports, but I hate this. This is not the day to do this shit. It's really not. Right? Right here. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at this video. I had one. And that plane sound, it's like, like really... So surreal, guys. You guys have no idea. I even teared up today. But you got people talking about somebody posted a video with Trump over the phone and they tried to dictate it towards him claiming this and that. And you know what we're going to do? Here's what we're going to go. We are going to remove. I don't want to see this shit anymore. I fucking hate politics, guys. I really do. Yes. I don't want to see it. I'm good. And this guy. See, I don't want it. Anyway, guys. So, I was watching a little bit of... I was watching the History Channel all day. And I was just, kind of soaking it up. And, it's just a... the point that I'm trying to get to is, like, how all of us were... You know what I mean? It was just crazy. We were all so united, and we literally ran out of flags. We ran out of flags. People were buying flags, and it was on. We had these not Obama, but Osama bin Laden shirts. I don't know if anybody's a little bit older here that remembers the Osama bin Laden shirts that were said wanted, and it had some gunshots on him. He had some bullet holes in him and shit. I remember being in high school and having, really wanting to get a couple of those shirts, and then remembering, what was it, the Philly game? The Philly baseball game where they finally got him. So it was just, I'm telling you guys, you could tell how strong of a feeling it was when you got NFL players leaving to go serve and people going to go serve just for that moment. And I don't want it to take that for us to be able to get, even, it sucks that it takes something like that for people to come together like that. But, it's got to trigger it, right? At least, it's easy to say, I wish we could all, just get along and put this politics stuff, like how everybody's trying to be divided. The news tries to divide us and all this and that. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news. It sucks. Maybe it would take something like that for us to, like, stop with this shit. And then it'll just go back on. Time has a way of healing. Another 5-10 years, or I'm sorry, 4, 5, 6 years, you start fading right back into the old, and you're just split-sided. I don't do Democrat. I don't do Republican. I don't do that. I honestly hate it because look what it's became, right? Look what it's became. So let's get into the game. But again, just shout out and just wanted to pay respects to the families and individuals that were affected by 9/11. Right? It's a reminder. And what I do want to touch on, and I'm sorry if I offended anybody, I did say on Twitter that, all these people want to, like, say, what are you going to do about guns and this and that? I'm like, this is a reminder of how real shit can get, right? Shit can get real quick. Shit can get real quick. There's a reason why we have a Second Amendment. I don't mean to go off track. The whole purpose of having a Second Amendment is so it deters people in other countries wanting to come over here because they're going to think twice if a lot of people that they're going to come to a country where the citizens have guns and they're armed. So they don't just have to worry about the government. They have to worry about citizens too. That's the whole reason why that was a thing, right? So the Second Amendment, listen, if you're going to kill somebody, you're already not a law-abiding citizen, right? these are just my thoughts, and I hate to put them out there like that. I think anybody that goes to class and does anything that wants to do and they want to carry a gun, I have no problem with that. I've seen it a lot growing up, and I like it. You know what I mean? I'm like, good. There's somebody there that you should have the right to protect yourself. Not only that, you should have the right to be able to defend yourself in your last breath if something were to happen. I feel so strongly about that. It's not about just having guns and reform and this and that, because the wrong people can get targeted. There's too many people in this world. The computers can't even keep up with half the shit, right? So that's just my thought. You're not a felon. You're not somebody that breaks the law. You know, you're somebody that's just, you know, goes to work, does, you know, is a responsible human being. I mean, Christ, my father taught my sisters how to clean guns when they were kids. And, you know, we've always been grown up. And it's not even about how you're growing up either. It's not a parent. You're going to be who you are. But, you know, it's just got a lot of goofballs out there that mess it up for everyone else. That's all. It's the last thing we'll talk about. So I like the Bills tonight. I don't really like the Bills. I want to say I like Detroit. I want to say I like the under in this game. All that for this number to be sitting where it's at, I kind of feel like I like the over and wouldn't be surprised if we get somewhat of a scoring game. It's the first game of the year, first week for NFL. Right now, what is it, 5-1, 4-1? Notre Dame, James Madison, Nebraska, San Francisco yesterday, and then I messed up with the Colts yesterday, guys. I freaking took the Colts. So listen to this. The line at my casino, because I got to go to the casino, right? I got to go I got to drive to the casino. It sucks. And it's not too far from here. It's actually not far from where I'm at, but and when I mean not far, it's like 10 minutes away. But it's just the fact of getting in the vehicle, going over there, and blah, blah, blah. The line all the way up until 1 o'clock, I was in line at 12:56, putting in a couple small ones. Cleveland was a big one, Baltimore, San Francisco, and I was a bit iffy on the Colts because of how everybody was backing them and talking about how it is, you know, what was it? It was like, there was just a stat with, you know, losing more than 6 games. Losing more than 6 games and being home as a favorite or being home as an underdog by more than 3 points. It was only 3.5. And I'm like, that stat is so fucking stupid. Like, there's some that I do pay attention to. There's some stats out there that really you can't fade them. Right? You guys, if you guys have been in this game for a while, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. But that's not the kind of stat that I'm willing to get behind. But what bothered me, guys, when I went to that window at 12:56, the line was 3.5 everywhere. 3.5. It was fucking 5. Plus 5. And I told a friend of mine, I'm like, fuck. Because it was already almost 1 o'clock. There wasn't anybody behind me. And at that time, I wanted to take Cleveland along with San Francisco and the Colts. But at the same time, I'm like, man, there's a potential that it's week 1 and I could lose all 3 of these. Right? I don't want to be, you know, I don't want to ruin this. Like, I'm just going to take it slow. And it could, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to have that much leveraged out at one time. I wanted to just put a couple in and see how I did. And obviously, Ravens, Cleveland, and San Francisco, those were the 3 that I liked. I wasn't too sure about Atlanta. I did kind of like Atlanta because the line switched. They were actually charging where I was at. So where I go, they tell me a story with their lines. And I'm telling you right now, they do. Like when I got 5 and it's fucking 3. What does that tell you? If I'm your bookie or you're at the casino and I give you the line and the line's 5 and you're thinking to yourself, the line everywhere else is 3.5. What do you think that I'm trying to do to you? What do you think that they're trying to do to bettors? Right? They're trying to push them on the wrong side. Even though they can be on the wrong side too. Just because they think somebody's going to win doesn't mean it's going to win. But there is a side that they would like to push people over to. And that being the wrong side. Right? So if you're telling me you've got it at 5 minus 5, you're trying your damnedest for me to not bet Jaguars. You don't want me taking the Jags. with a number like that. So once I did it, I kind of said it. And what happened is I didn't know from looking at the sheet where exactly the number was, because I was decided on Cleveland or the Colts. It was Cleveland or the Colts. Should have just went with the Ravens, but that's neither here nor there. I really, really liked the Colts. I really liked them. Um, and you know, as it's funny because as I was going down the paper, I'm like, fuck it, whatever comes first. This is not really like that because I was in a rush. You got to remember, people are behind me. It's 12:56. There's 2-3 minutes left. I don't want to be holding up the line, unlike some people. Some people just sit up there and don't give a shit how much time they take so nobody can get their bets in. You got all kinds of people that'll come in late at fucking 11:30, or I'm sorry, 12:30 for NFL, even college, 11:30, and they'll just sit at the window and just look at the sheet and just say, yeah, I want this, and then like just sitting up there for 20 minutes, like, yo, let's go, right? Let's go. So, you know, kind of think about that if you're that person. You know what I mean? Try not to be selfish. Let everybody else get their money. But anyway, the Colts were the first one on the list, so I took it. So there we go. Notre Dame, James Madison, Nebraska, San Francisco, Colts. That's 3-1. But I feel like Notre Dame, James Madison, Nebraska. There was one more, guys. I could have swore there was one more. I know Louisiana Tech. I was thinking about taking at a lower price because I had already gotten James Madison and Notre Dame, and I was just going to lay a little bit on Louisiana Tech, so I got lucky with Louisiana Tech. They are just horrible. If you guys could, if you're just joining us, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you have not subscribed. Do me a favor. I'm trying to bring some people on to be able to get some people to interview and get a show going. I have a newsletter. I'm going to be finishing that up tonight. I'm going to have a lot of stats. We have a lot of cool stats tonight. We'll go look at a couple right now. But if you could, please hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you have not already done so. So I greatly appreciate it here. Matter of fact, I'll, do as, whatever the saying is. Whatever that saying is. And we'll probably actually stay to the game. Do you guys, I don't know if do you guys trade stocks or anything? We're going to get into the rest of the week, but I'm just curious before I get into week 2, what happened this past week? Do you guys trade equities or anything? If you guys are into stocks, let me know, and we can cover some of that. Just give me 1 second. It's a little hard for somebody that doesn't, that just started and stuff. I'm going to hopefully give you guys some winners here. Give me 1 second. So, what's first in the news, guys? What do we got here? Let's talk about Michigan State. So, no, let me get into Buffalo and real quick. Let's get into some stats real quick. Buffalo is 4-8 at the spread in their last 12 games. The total has gone over. Hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already done so. We're going to get into next week. What are you guys looking at for next week? What are your guys' thoughts? What matchups are you guys looking for? Or looking at, I should say. So again, if you could just hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already done so. It would help me out a lot. I have a newsletter that I'd like to get out, and I'd like to have a really, a really good college. I focus more so on college. and don't do too bad in NFL. But I love the sport. I've been doing this since 2018, 2017. I have a lot of things that happen with line movements that a lot of people aren't going to understand. You got to start remembering, like last year, trends, right? There's a lot that I know about betting. I've been doing this for a long time, and there's a lot of things that happen that goes unnoticed that you may not notice that I can help you notice and to keep track of. Spreads. How many covered at that point? Last year, I'll give you one for instance. I took notice very early. Every single spread, 9.5 to 10. I think it started with the Packers. Every single one out of like five, they covered. -10 covered. The first 6 weeks of football. Once that trend started, okay, we got a -10, it covered. It went down to -8.5. It was like -9 after like 2-3 weeks. It did. I can't remember. I want to say it didn't cover, but then we got another 10 that following week, right? I took it, boom, and the -10s were covering all but once. It was like 4 or 5 out of the one that didn't cover. There's just a lot line movement, right? They're messing with you. You got to learn how to you got to learn how to come up with your own number one, and stick to the number. I don't give a fuck what the line does. You can look at money, you can look at tickets. You just got to watch football, know who's injured, rate the players how you would rate them, and start doing the math and coming up with your own number. I've done it a few times where I've literally pinned the tail on the donkey and came up with the damn number. We'll get into that later on. We get enough likes, I'll tell you exactly, guys, how I come up with it. I haven't done the math or done anything because I just haven't. Again, it's 9/11, and I was really just was watching that stuff. So, Buffalo's 4-8 at the spread in their last 12 games. The total has gone over in 4 of the last 5 games. This is what I was actually liking here, was the over. Just because it's wet, the number is somewhat... The number is sitting at a number that I feel like is just asking to be taken the under. Right? What is it? 44.5 last time I looked. You got a lot of people. Let's see. DeMar Hamlin. Where is... Here, let me look. Come on. No, it's right here. 44.5 is what this has. I'll have to look at the list to see what mine was. But 44.5, right? That feels like a number that could go under, that it could get to like 44. 22-21, right? That's 43. So this thing could... Let me look at my sheet. I want to see if the number changed real quick. You see what I mean? 46. So they got the line a half point higher than everywhere else. It's 46 on theirs. Right? If you're looking at that and you see I can get 45.5, 44.5 everywhere else, unless it really came down because of the storm, that's actually a 1.5 higher. You think the Jets have defense, the Bills have defense. Just looking at how the scoring matchup does, guys, right here. I'm going to go back over the stats. I'm sorry for going all over the place. I do have ADHD horribly. 27, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. Right? There's that number, 44. And what was it? 44.5. So, you got to see here. So, let's see, actually. And look at that. Look at that, guys. So, the Jets had a really good defense. We'll see if the Buffalo still has a defense. I don't know if their defense is as great as people may believe that they are. I think they're much better on offense than they are defense. So, let's go back into the stats real quick. If you guys want to write this down, you can. Buffalo, 8-1 straight up in their last 9 games. This would be a good money line one for them. I honestly, if I had to do it, I would probably do green or the Jets, or even the Bills. So where is the line again? I'm sorry to do that. So it's at 2. So is the line dropping or is it not dropping? Um, 2.5. It was 2.5 here. The line hasn't moved. I don't know what the line came out, what it was Monday. But either way, 4-1 at the spread in the last 5 games played in September. 4-1 in the last 5 games played in September. 2-5 at the spread in their last 7 games against an opponent in the American Football Conference East Division. 6-1 straight up in their last 7 games against an opponent in the AFC. 4-1 straight up in their last 5 games when playing on the road against New York Giants. Those are the kind of stats we're looking for, baby. Let's see what the Jets have. We know 2 of those stats is going to go against the Jets. 5-1 straight up in their last games against New York Jets. We said that. 8-1 straight up in their last 9 games. The total has gone over 4 of Buffalo's last 5 games, and then the last one, Buffalo, is 4-8 at the spread in their last 12 games. That one's not so hot, is it? That was Buffalo. Let's go to the Jets. Jets are 1-5 at the spread in their last 6 games. They have a quarterback now. The total has gone under in 5 of the last 5 Jets games. Jets are 0-6. 0-6 in their last 6 games. Wow, straight up. They've lost all 6 of their last 6 games. The total has gone under in 4 of the Jets' last 5 games against Buffalo. So it's going under in the last 4. The total has gone under in 4 of the New York Giants' last 5 home games. The New York Jets are 1-4 straight up in their last 5 games when playing at home against Buffalo. The total has gone under in 7 of the New York Jets' last 7 against an opponent in the American Football Conference in the AFC. And again, if this TV is too loud, you guys just let me know. So we also have here, where did I leave off? I said the total has gone under in 7 of the last 7 games against an opponent in the AFC. I said that. The Jets are 2-16 straight up in their last 18 games against an opponent in the AFC. That's a big one. 2-16 straight up in their last 18 games against an AFC opponent. The Jets are 1-8 at the spread in their last 9 games played in September. 1-4 at the spread in their last 5 games played in Week 1. Nothing too crazy there. Let's see if we can find actually... I'm going to show you guys something else too here. I know we're going to get into some college football. Mel Tucker getting fired from Michigan State. Let me see here. What is this? Let me see here. Oh, they have what's his name starting now. So it is. All right, let's do it, guys. Let's do it. This is the good one here. Let's do it. Select a team. We will go with Jets. Opponent, Buffalo. Before or after a bye versus divisional. Any. Let's see. Let's go to 60, right? We can go to 60. Search of the database. All right, so we have a couple. Overall, 3-7 at the spread. Or overall is 3-7 at the spread. 5-5. 4-6 for the under. Oh, there we go. 15 at the spread. So one of them's going to be broken. Looks like 14 for 15, over and under in one. And it looks like if we get an over today, you're going to have 15s across the board, guys. Well, it would actually change with the winner. I feel like this is not what I want to look. 9-11, 9-11, 7-13. Let's see. Man, this is not what I wanted. I wanted to search and find at home. Let's see home. Buffalo 45. He just said that they won last year. Buffalo 17, New York Jets 20. Okay, so they did win last year, and the spread was 10. Wow. Total was 46. Now you got Aaron Rodgers and stuff to add on there with it. So, all right. I want to see. Sorry, guys. This shirt's just messing with me right now. The game's coming on right now. Man, as bad as I want to take the Jets, guys, I'll just go ahead and take Buffalo. Right? I'll take Buffalo. It's probably an upset because I feel like everybody's on the Jets, and that is, you know, they're a good team. I'm not taking anything away from the Jets. They have a great defense. It would surprise me. What would surprise me more, if the Bills lost or the Jets won? It would surprise me more if the Jets actually lost. Oddly enough. I feel like the Jets are the better team. So for that reason, I'm going to just take Buffalo. That's the only reason I have. If you guys could, hit that like button and let people know that we're on right now. And we will cover the game. Let's go to this real quick. I'm excited for this game.
They signed Aaron Rodgers. This team went from a playoff hopeful to a Super Bowl contender. But they didn't just bring in Aaron Rodgers. They also brought in his offensive coordinator. They brought in the offense. And outside of a couple of players, everyone has had to learn this new system.
Come on.
You're talking about a guy in his 19th year. There's a lot to catch up on. So in a lot of ways, Aaron Rodgers was as much coach as he was teammate this offseason. In visiting with him, he's confident. He feels good about the group that he has taken the field tonight. But this is going to be a great test against a really good football team. We'll get a good idea as to at least where the Jets are after this game tonight. A couple of the guys that came over from
What's up, Ray? I'm actually still going over for this week. I'm going to finish up this, my, this newsletter that I'm trying to get together and put out. And I don't know why my phone just continuously turns off. I'd really like to understand why. I don't know if if we're having problems with the stream or not. But man, I feel like the Jets can do it. I feel like the Jets can pull away with this one. So for that reason, I'm going to take Buffalo. All right. I'm going to just... I tried looking for it on here. I'm going to go get a cup of coffee in a minute. But let me see. I wanted to see where the money's at. Where is the money versus, come on, is the money versus tickets? We can look at Bison, Bills versus Jets, or Vegas Insider, which probably is Bison. Let me just do that because I feel like it's getting tricked. I don't know why it won't let me bring it up. I really don't. Jets versus Bills game.
It was a long off season that they had to endure. The good news for them, Josh Allen is healthy. Now they've got to take something off of his plate. There's not many quarterbacks that are depended on as much.
I don't want that. I just want.
The offensive line, hoping he can get through the
There it
season
is.
without as many hits
I
as
think
he
I
did a
found
year
it.
ago. But this is going to be a
It says that it's split.
about all of the discussion about the New York
And it said here also that it was a bit split too. I mean, I can try covers. The Jets will win, cover the spread, and the total will go under. Maybe it's the Jets and the over. Or, the Jets and the under. Maybe that is it. But I don't know. I think they'll be pretty excited to play. I think this could be a very good game. I feel like Aaron Rodgers might want to show little Wyoming boy, what it really takes. But again, he has already proved himself. So, I think it'll be a good game. Two good quarterbacks in this game. This should be a fun, interesting game here. I feel like the Jets, if they're going to win, the Jets are going to win because their defense was better than the Bills' defense. And I think that's going to be the case. I don't think the Bills' defense is going to be that great. I really don't. Maybe I'm wrong. Right? Maybe I'm wrong. Again, I'm 4-1, 5-1 for a reason. I know there's another one, but I'm going to say it's, I'm going to just go at 4-1. I'll have to look. Come on. So I don't. Do you guys know where to get? Where do you guys usually look to find the where the money is for on games? Let me go to let's go here and then come on. Because this might give it to me. I feel like Google's not trying to give it to me for some reason. Alright, so what is the where is the percentage of money versus tickets on the Bills versus Jets game? I could have swore it was. So here we go. This is it. This was it.
This is a keepsake frame. This is actually a photo
So
of my wedding.
let's see here. That's funny that this changed.
CEO of Keepsake.
This changed.
It makes it easy to have your
I guess they're telling you on each site.
to your doorstep. You just choose
I want to see tickets though.
to preview it in over 100 frames.
I want to see money and tickets.
Receive your photo in a beautiful handmade frame. So if you've got a special photo on your phone, install the free Keepsake app. We would love a chance to frame it for you.
You know what's missing from the
It looks like
program for beginners only.
wow,
Now
that's not good, guys. So it's a little bit different everywhere, isn't it?
to a 3-week program only on Body, the world's
Oh, come on.
STEAM platform. Welcome to For Beginners.
6 minutes.
All easy movement exercise with low
So we have money percentage bet. All right.
now you can try For Beginners only
Money percentage bet. Money
body.com today.
percentage bet. Money percentage bet. So which one would be for the Jets and well, this is what I don't understand. Right? It should be. They have this so stupid. I don't even know how the hell you fucking read this. Because are you telling me like 51%? What is that for? Because Buffalo's up here and you have MGM on top. What is what? This is stupid. Whoever created this needs to get smacked. Or should just get slapped. What is this? I don't even know what the hell this is. Wow. So I have no idea. I have no idea. I have no idea.
Troy said it in our on camera. This
50. Oh, okay. Maybe it's the minus then. I see where it's at. So it's saying, which is still stupid. It really is. It's still goofy. That the majority of the money is on the Jets here, and 87% of the bets.
on September 11th,
Plus 120. Okay, and then there's your money line, and then under 45 and a half. So let's see if we could get an over, right? 32% is on the over.
timeout to send it to our PA
Um,
Alex Anthony.
22 years ago today,
74% for, it's probably Bet MGM. Or no, not MGM. It's probably Caesars. So, yep, they have the lights out for the Twin Towers. Moment of silence, team.
thank you. Now we ask all of you here in MetLife Stadium to sing together with NYPD Police Officer Brianna Fernandez in the performance of our national anthem. Sing it loud, sing it proud.
This is our national anthem. Sing
Sorry, I took a shower beforehand and the line's going up. It jumped. It looks like. See who they have flying over. Damn, girl. Look at them notes. That's where Frank was sitting at from Barstool. She did a great job. She did a great job. She killed that. She really did. She did a great job. It's time to play some ball. I guess they're... It sounds like they're flying over. Nope, that's just the fans. They're not having a flyover. It's too foggy, I guess. Yeah, no flyover tonight, guys. All right. Game's getting ready to start. Game's getting ready to start. Who you guys got? Comment down below. Who do you guys have? I'm just curious. Curious. So it sucks that I went over a lot of the things that I went over. And I wasn't streaming. I'm gonna go make a cup of coffee real quick. I'm gonna go pour it, throw some sugar in it, a little bit of milk, and we're gonna get this game going. I wonder if I can pull up my cable and play it. I have to read the disclaimer. I'm not getting paid for YouTube or anything. Maybe I could do that for us. Maybe I can do that. Let me see. Let me see here. No. I need... God damn it. Come on. I don't want YouTube. No, I don't want YouTube. Alright, I'm gonna go do that real quick. I'm gonna go make a pour this last cup of coffee real quick, and I'm going to be right back for this game kicks off. I'm going to give you guys a good stat, okay? NFL Monday night games in which the home team is an underdog have gone 11 for 32 and 2 under since 2016, including an an over and under 0 for 13 under the last two seasons. Added to the previous 10 AFC East same division games. Hold on, let me just read this all over again so you guys understand what it's saying. It's pretty much saying the under. NFL Monday night games in which the home team is an underdog have gone 11 for 32 and 2 for the under. So there was 2 where it was just a scratch. 11 over 32 under since 2016, including a 0 and 13 under the last 2 seasons. Add that the previous 10 AFC East same division games are 1, 8, and 1 under, and you know exactly what to do tonight. Take the over. No, I'm just kidding. You could probably take the under, but I don't know what the line is now. I feel like it's went up. At least the spread has. See, like it has this at 2.5. It has this at whatever, 45, 45.5, 44.5. So let me go make a coffee real quick, and I will be right back. So it changed over here on OddsShark. The over and under is 44.5 still. Aaron Rodgers start, guys. It's Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, first time at New York. So the New York Giants and Jets really share a stadium. That's so crazy. It's crazy. It's time for some football. I'm gonna see what I can do. Maybe we can maybe I can have it playing for us the whole game like on here. Let me just look into exactly what I gotta do and if I won't get any copywritten stuff so I can play it for us. You know what I could do if I had. All right, there's kickoff team. What am I saying? Fucking team. What the fuck? All right, let's go. Let's go, Jets. I want to see the Jets win tonight. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a coffee. I'm here, guys. Just hang on. I'm coming. I just had to get some coffee and fed my little girl, my cat. So Jets are at the 50. Oh, they've already made it. Wow. See, that's what I hate. Like, some of these channels on my TV are really behind. Maybe I'll go to ESPN2. Or they punted it. Oh, Buffaloes are. Hold on. Last play. No, it's on. It's just, it looks weird on the screen here. From whatever this is showing. To, I don't know what the hell this is. Okay. Okay, there it goes. So it's on. It's good. That was weird. That whole... I didn't know what that was about. I'll be right back. I'm pouring the coffee now. So there's a false start that just happened. Let's go. I want to see how Aaron Rodgers is, guys. There's a lot I want to see. I want to see the eye test here for next week. I think they all play Sunday, so you got to remember going into next week that the Jets and Buffalo will be on a short week if they both play next week, which I'd imagine they will. It's not like they're going to play a Monday night game and go into a bye week already after their first game. So there's... Man, that was a lucky wrap-up, guys. That was a lucky wrap-up. He was going. Not that he was going to a touchdown, but that was a first down if that boy did not wrap him up. From behind, mind you. And he was a speed demon with it. I wonder what happened.
It's all been about this offense and Aaron Rodgers getting it implemented to everyone within that group, and Zach Wilson included. So the 2 years that he had prior under his belt, I mean, those don't count for much with this new system. Here is a pass caught by Deontay.
All right, no gain.
Thrown to twice now. He picks it
Another running play.
and C.J. Mosley, who is the
Third down on a running play? That's hilarious. It's 3rd and 9 now. Why not? So they ran it first and second down. That's so weird.
chains. They had the false start that got them backed up, and just trying to see Aaron Rodgers then getting onto the cart.
Aaron Rodgers is on the card already. Oh my God. Wow. Unbelievable. That's news. First down. Josh Allen. Wow. Wow. Aaron Rodgers on the cart. Unbelievable. Not today. So he had a really crazy entrance. Man.
If you get out of lanes and don't account for him, he's going to make you pay as he does on that play.
Wow. Unbelievable. I can't believe first time out. It's almost like we could have seen it coming. Right? This is what I feel like we could have seen that. That's so crazy. Oh my gosh. That's so insane.
And you know that Osiris Torrance will have his hands full tonight with Quentin Williams. So you got that right. Can you imagine being a rookie in your first NFL start and
Wow. Unbelievable.
that one you tell your grandkids about. Here's Cook. First down, Buffalo. James Cook gets 8. Second time that James and Dalvin have squared off. Dalvin got the upper hand in a win for the Vikings last year.
Fuck, that sucks, guys.
Started getting more work at the end of last season.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one there, but not today.
No longer here, and it's the James Cook show, and he is at
Right, exactly.
great speed, especially good when he gets on the edge. Was probably a much tougher runner inside than he gets credit for. Here's Knox, the tight end. And the sideline loves it for the Bills. A gain of 6 as DJ Reed went along for a little ride with Dawson Knox.
I can't spell. Unbelievable.
Word we're getting on Rodgers is ankle. His return is questionable. But obviously struggling to get off the field after getting off that cart. Second down and 4. Pass is caught by Diggs to the 30. And this Buffalo offense is starting to crank it up. 15 yards to Stephon Diggs. Well, they moved Diggs around and they put him in the slot. This is a really good read.
Wow, that's so insane, guys.
You can see the look that he has and the window that he's going to hit right there is
And
Stephon Diggs.
what I was getting at with all this, guys, was that does suck because
Getting right back to the line of scrimmage.
I was going to go back to sack. Josh Allen just got sacked. What happened? Come on.
Hey, Jamie.
Oh, what am I up to? Just visiting a special secret
Sorry it's
client.
so
I can't
loud.
say who it is, but let's just say she bundled her dream house and her dream car for round-the-clock protection with Progressive.
Unbelievable.
She has another
That's
house
so
in
not
Malibu.
good.
She's been an astronaut at
What
our
happened? I want to see it.
Football's here,
Of course,
you
when I
know what
stepped
that
out
means. More
is when it
flames will
happened.
be from Burger King. Celebrate
This is
with
ridiculous.
the
You don't need
cheer
fucking
on your
ads
team.
for this
You know-
fucking shit. Come on. As soon as I yell at it, it does the thing. What?
Around here, we like to keep things
You
simple.
gotta be kidding
and
me.
honest.
Disney?
Sure do. That's why at Progressive we show you rates
ESPN.
from other companies, even if they're lower than.
Rob Iger. Come on. Really? Why is it doing
Football's
this?
here, you know what that means. More flame grilled beef from Burger King. Celebrate with us, cheer
on.
on your team. Y'all know this part, come on,
It better
let's
fucking
sing.
play and I don't just sit through a fucking ad. That's so
Have
ridiculous.
it your way.
I want to see what happened.
First down yardage brought down by Mosley. After 4 years in New England, first year as a
What is going on? Why is this doing this?
comes on as the first decision on a 4th and short by Sean McDermott is let's kick. Now, I was talking to Grossi last night. He said,
Oh my God.
that's the rules now in the NFL. It doesn't matter
How about this?
or what the distance is, you go for it. But Sean McDermott, he on the road opening night. Points are going to be hard to come by in this one. Take it when you got them.
I guess everybody's already posting this up. Of course ESPN is. With fucking ads, man. I fucking hate Disney and ESPN and Rob Iger. I seriously hate ESPN. Really. Especially after they just made us sit through the ads and then don't even play it.
It's your Verizon.
I didn't see this.
And their new quarterback is about to come out of the tunnel.
Come on, man. You gotta go. That's awesome. Look at that fucking stadium, guys. Wouldn't that be awesome? You gotta be pumped. Smoking a competition, your ass got smoked, bro. Shit, what you mean smoking a competition? Oh my gosh.
It's funny, he was reaching for a towel from the sideline to help with the grip
Look.
of the ball. That last ball kind of came off funny.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
left, it was his left
Yeah,
foot.
definitely. There was definitely a lot of rain earlier in the day.
Left
so
foot.
There's a sack. Again, I think,
Limping?
you know, Buck, is he limping? Is he limping?
Yeah, his left foot. He's
Buffalo's
sitting there
not
like,
been-
yeah,
Eight
I
is
gotta
pretty-
go in.
No.
He's down. He's down.
No.
Unbelievable. That's
his
so
ankle.
awful. I blame the Adidas cleats. They are nice.
He's gonna.
Unbelievable, guys. Unbelievable. I
With the
can't
guy
get
with the
over
ankle.
this. I can't get over it. And I was sitting there. I was pulling for the
There's
Jets.
another three-step, Pate. We're trying to get the ball out quick.
Watch the left
tackle's
ankle.
Cutting the ball, thinking the ball should be out
Right
on a quick game.
Here, right here. Bang, right there. He didn't hurt it that bad. He might be
Holy
back.
lot.
Maybe this is entertaining.
Holy.
Left foot, where the white bandana is, just so you guys don't get mixed up when he turns. Watch this foot when he comes down. Right there, look. See how it's bowed in? It didn't look that bad. Didn't look that bad. But when you look at it from this direction is when you can see. It's a commercial right now, by the way. That's why I'm looking at this. His left foot. Right there. Right here. See how it's flat and he's coming down forward on it? I wonder if it's his knee too. See how it's like boop? See his foot straight? So I don't think it's that bad.
A whole lot.
Holy.
Yeah, you could see it there too with
Wilson
First
still
round-
plays there?
Yeah.
Zach
Yes, he's
Wilson.
Still there. He's the
Wow.
first round pick last year.
Wow.
I didn't know.
Well, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens now, man. And screw you, ESPN. That's such garbage. We literally, they just played 5 different advertisements, only to whatever. Look how fast. Look, first quarter's already over, guys. Look how fast football's been going. They cut the times on them, and I hate it. Especially in college. Like college now, it sucks. It sucks so bad. Can you type like agree or hit the like button if you guys agree with me? Thank you guys so much for hitting that like button, man. That like ratio is awesome, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna go read partially throughout the night the thing so I can start playing these NFL games on here for us live. So I want to see the Jets win. The game's not over at all whatsoever, but you know, we took the Bills here. What makes you think about taking the Bills is it being such a low spread? But that's a low spread. It's not 4 or 5 because of the fact that the Jets are home, and that's why you're not getting like. Well, it did jump to 3.5. That's why it's not at like 5, right? That key number of 4, 4.5. I can't believe that. Let's see how well Zach Wilson does or doesn't do. Oh, you know what? Shit. I think I messed up, guys. Damn it, it won't let me do it. Shit. Let me see. Let me see if there's a lag. Yo, what's up, cuz? How you doing, man? Rodgers already down, man. It's so fucked. Screwed, man. Well, his season ain't done. It's not. He didn't. Did you see? Did you just hop on the stream? Cause I just played the recap of it. I just played the video of it. It's not that bad. It looks like his left foot. Like, I don't think he broke anything. He probably tore some ligaments or something. I don't think it's that bad. I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to come back after the half. I'm gonna be honest. They're not doing nothing right now. It's 3rd and 12. Zach Wilson has the ball, so you know this is going to be a boring-ass show. He's a good quarterback for college. The NFL, I just feel like he doesn't have he's not tall enough to get over the linemen and really be capable. Man, that's a beautiful fucking throw, actually, as soon as I say that, right? As soon as I say it. So let's watch that injury one more time, bro. How was your day, man? Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, I did see that. I did see that the Ravens had some injuries. I literally wanted to take the Ravens, and I didn't. It was just the first week, and I didn't want to have all kinds of shit out on the first week and potentially... Because, you know what I mean? You can win them all, but you could also lose them all, too. Right? That losing all of them is still an option, and I don't want that. So I only put out a couple. Really nice throw. Yeah, I didn't watch the game. Unfortunately. I watched, I forget what I had on. I only had what I had, like, pretty much had available. Because now that you have YouTube and all these other places doing, you know, I mean, having NFL, it's like you only get a couple games now on cable and stuff. So, yeah, I thought I seen something like that.
Thanks.
Jake from State Farm, I really need to know.
Go Spice.
It's funny, he was reaching for a towel. Cool.
Well, let's look at slow-mo.
He's...
So watch his left foot. It's his left ankle, right? The left ankle is going to be the same side as that white, bandana thing. Because it's going to get a little mixed up once he spins around. You're going to see his left foot. Watch. It's not that bad. It's really not that bad.
There's another 3-step.
Look at it straight. So look right here. White bandana. Right there's his left foot. Right here. Right here. Right there. See how he came down and it's like flat? You're going to see it. It was right there when he came down. Watch this other view.
Holy. A whole lot.
Now watch it.
Holy.
It's not that bad, but he just comes down straight on it. Right there. Did you see that? Let me,
Holy.
Right.
Holy.
This next step coming up. Right here coming up, all right? Right there. Right there. You see how it's like... You can tell it was the front. Do we think it was the right?
And there's another 3-step.
It looked like the left.
Again, there's
To me, it
another
looked like his
three-step,
left
Pate.
foot.
They're trying to get the ball out quick. The left tackle's cutting the ball. Thinking the ball should be
So
out.
there's the
on
right.
a
I'm looking
quick
at the
game.
right foot. It doesn't look like anything. It was that left foot right there when he came down on it, where it was like
Holy
he was
lot.
flat-footed, and it was like
Holy.
how he
holy.
came down forward on it. Right. That looks so soft.
holy.
Right there.
Holy. Holy.
Right there. That right there, actually. You could see his toe and how it was bent pretty bad. Great shit. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, man.
Holy.
Right here. See it? I feel like that's where it was. We'll watch it.
Out on
Full
another
play.
three-step, Pate. We're trying to get the ball out quick.
And
The left
that's my
tackle's
thought.
cutting the ball. Thinking the ball should be out on a.
Yeah,
on
I know.
quick
He had a
game.
bad day yesterday, man.
Holy.
Yeah.
Whole lot.
He'll get better. He had one bad day.
Holy.
He
holy.
didn't have no type of preseason or anything because of his surgery that he had. It's expected. He was, you know what I mean? He had to shake the rust off. I can't believe that they benched him. I can't believe they benched him. You don't bench your star player. Number one, for all the people in the house that paid tickets to go see him, you ask the fans first. Unless the fans are chanting, make a change, that's different. But you're in Cleveland, right? They don't give a shit about you. So, them benching Joe Burrow was sick. You don't do that. He hasn't given you a reason to bench him. He had one bad game. One bad game, had surgery, had no off-season type of practice, you know, so... Yeah, I know, I seen that. Yeah, it was, well, it probably isn't now because they've been having a good year, but if you would have got the Orioles at the beginning of the season, absolutely. The Orioles have sucked balls for what, like, the past 5, 6 years, 10 years? Like, usually the Orioles would do good in the beginning, halfway, and then get to, like, the halfway point, and then just fucking fall out of bed, and we're shit. But, yeah, I don't really watch baseball. I do when it's playoff time. So as soon as we get to playoffs, which should be right around the corner, I will be watching it. So there's another punt. Another punt by the Jets. Do you agree with that, though? Do you agree with taking Joe Burrow out in an away game? It's not like you're home and the fans are chanting, get him out, like, boo. They're not booing him. You know what I'm saying? He had surgery. My Super Bowl pick? Here's my Super Bowl pick. A team you don't expect to go. A team you don't expect to go. I think we're still going to get Buffalo. We're going to get Eagles. We're going to probably get Kansas City, maybe. You're probably going to get Miami in the playoffs. And then it just all comes down to who's going to win. You could get like some weird-ass like Falcons in Miami or something stupid. Like, you know what I mean? It could be so random. Ball just came out. It could be the Ravens in Atlanta or something. Or like, you know what I mean? The Saints and Falcons again. Something stupid. Yeah. Bad idea, bro. 40-0. I know. I got to go get my jersey. I didn't have my jersey yesterday, and I didn't expect that either. We're gonna go into when we start getting into halftime or in a couple minutes. We'll go over week 2 for NFL, and we'll start getting. Matter of fact, we'll do it right now because I want to know what the spread is, who's playing who. Let's go look at the spreads and stuff for next week. 4-0 or 4-1 right now. I took the Colts, and I didn't want to take them. I like the Ravens because of the spread. The spread told me that Vegas was expecting them to win by 10, and I think they won by more than 10. But Cincinnati, San Francisco, I took San Francisco and the Colts. It was literally 12:56. I said this in the beginning. I don't know if you were here, but the spread was 5. I'm like, you fucking kidding me? They're just trying to sucker people into getting the Colts, right? It's still 5. It was 3.5 everywhere else, and I told a buddy of mine, but it was 12:56, and I was rushing, and the Colts came up before Cleveland, so I took San Francisco, and then I took the Colts. I did them both small. I didn't play anything Saturday, but literally just about every single game came out except for Texas and Alabama. And so, when it's early like that, I unless I have a trend, right? A trend as in not like, okay, like last year, right? What was my very first play? Pittsburgh, University of Pittsburgh, West Virginia over, because the following year they both played each other, same players and everything. They went way over the over in a second half game. I expected the same thing last year, and that motherfucker hit. So you want to wait for these trends. They look like the real deal with these teams. Like Nebraska beat themselves. I do like Colorado, but I'm going to tell you right now. I know everybody's saying this, and they keep proving them wrong. Wait till they actually play some big boys. Wait till they actually play some big boys. You know what I mean? I want to see them up against, like, I'm not even going to say see, like, the thing is they have the advantage, bro. Colorado has the advantage because Ohio State so far, other than last week, Ohio State isn't Ohio State. Michigan, I still don't think is like what they're cracked up to be. I don't think Penn State's cracked up to be, right? I still think they're all where they are, and you still have the SEC, and it's so weird how Texas is Alabama's kryptonite. Texas looked good only because Alabama looked worse, in my opinion, right? I think Saban knows this, so I was thinking this to myself actually today. I don't think so. We're gonna look. I got it on my phone here. I'm gonna pull it up, but I want to say this real quick. What's so funny? Shit. God damn it! I forgot to plug in my stuff to make sure the stream's on. I forgot to plug it in and it died. Nick Saban Saturday, when he was on game day, do you guys know what he said? He gave us a clue inside of his thoughts, right? I think Nick Saban knows his offense, and not necessarily his defense, but maybe his defense. I think Nick Saban knows that this team he has this year is not the Alabama of the past. And it's not that he was coming out to tell people that, but I think from what he has seen in practice and being around, he accidentally, psychologically, right? If you want to look at this from like looking outside of the box, right? Psychologically, he came out and said, was pretty much hinting at the fact that there's a lot of hype on Alabama, but until we play this game, we don't know who we are. We've had all these wins in the past, is what he said, but that doesn't mean we're going to get it Saturday. And knowing that, it's like Saban is accidentally giving us his mindset on what he sees and what he knows as a person who is a coach and been in the game for a while, that this Alabama team is not the Alabama of the past. And I think he accidentally gave clues to that, and picking up on it now afterwards, I'm like, yo, Nick told everybody this ain't the Alabama of past by accident. Do you see what I'm trying to say? With him saying that, this is why we play the game. We're going to wait until Saturday. This is not last year. This is not 2 years ago. This is not 3 years ago. We're talking about now. And I think he said that because he feels inside that this isn't the team of the past. Florida State is looking really good. We'll see, though. The thing is, you got to think about consistency. We've had a couple games. There goes the Jets, guys. 50-yard line. 40, 30, 20, 15, down outside by the 10. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? For sure, right? Because he knows it, and he doesn't even, and looking at it from like somebody that would be like a doctor in like psychological things or psychology, he's accidentally expressing how he feels about the team, like, you know what I mean, out loud when asked about, when he was answering questions. So let's look at NFL real quick, and then we'll go to CBS. I want to see who we have next week. Who do you have going to the Super Bowl? Or who do you think would be there? I mean, you got San Francisco, obviously. That's if everybody stays healthy. Remember, you got 18 games. These motherfuckers are going to be wore out by the time you get to the playoffs. And the Eagles have the hardest schedule. The Eagles have the hardest schedule. I can give you their schedule right now because I still have it. Their schedule is actually ranked number 1. They have the worst schedule. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you there. Do you think Lamar Jackson can do what it takes if you get a really good opponent up to him? You think he'll not choke? I like Lamar Jackson. I actually took Lamar Jackson about 4 years ago. Do you remember? Or no, I took the Titans. Do you remember when the Ravens played the Titans in the playoffs like 3-4 years ago and the spread was like 10? They had the Ravens just whooping the Titans. Everybody was on the Ravens and the Titans ended up beating them outright. I had the Titans. That year, man. Everybody at Delaware Park was salty, or, the casino. Everybody was upset. Everybody lost their money. And I'm sitting there cashing out a $440 ticket. Well, $840 ticket. $440 to win $400. So he said. So I think the next couple weeks, this offense is going to go crazy. Todd Monken called vanilla game plan yesterday. He'll open it up soon. That's what's up. Yeah. Yeah. So who? Now, Lamar Jackson's still your quarterback, right? Maybe I'm not. Who? And who is Zay Flowers? Is he like a wide receiver or running back? I don't know why I don't know Zay Flowers. That's so weird. Maybe I do. Again, there's a lot of people I got to remember through college. And like college football this year, why I haven't done much is because there's been so much change. There's been so much change. Like everybody that played the last 2 years has left. And now we got this whole rotation in college football that you got to let these players now in college football are going to be playing again next year. So next year is going to be a lot easier. This year, you want to take it slow, let things kind of build. I'm looking at his coordinator for, okay. Oh, yeah. I know. Right. Okay. Yeah. And Boston College is trash this year. Trash. I think they just had trouble getting through Holy Cross, bro. They played Holy Cross last weekend and had trouble getting through them. Let's go to week 2 real quick. Let's see what we got going on. Let me get this stream up so I know if something happens to it. The Eagles are only favored by 7 in Philly against the Vikings on Thursday. I hate this Amazon shit. I hate that they're doing that. I really do. I really hate what they're doing. So you have the Bengals, and look, isn't that funny? Yo, look at that line, bro. Tell me the Bengals are favored over the Ravens. Tell me that. Yeah. Here. Oh, and you know what? Thank you for bringing that up. I'm literally going to write a letter to the SEC, or not the SEC, to the NCAA, because I'm tired of these teams. Like Delaware has been playing teams. Like you get these low schools, and they go to the stadium of like Penn State. So listen, last year in basketball, right? Delaware played Duke. Where did Delaware play them? They played them at Duke. They need to start bringing these teams here, or not here, but like they need to go to the other schools. So places that don't have like a big stadium, or they don't live by a major, like a Power 5 school, where they can see these people play. You know what I mean? And it would actually help out the smaller schools. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm going to see where this line goes. You're getting Ravens at +3. Absolutely. This is a rival game at the Bengals. I think the weather's supposed to be nice. I know it's easy, but I don't know how you make the Bengals favored. And the Ravens played who? The Ravens played... Let me think. My memory can't be that bad. I have the thing right here. I know they were like 7-point favorites. The Texans. That's right. Yeah, yeah, pretty much. No, you're right. Give me 1 second, bro. I'm gonna use the bathroom. But this is a sign. So listen, if this line gets to Bengals +1, +2, and this line reverses, I will be taking the Bengals if I can get plus money. I'm telling you that right now. I'm telling you that right now. I know it sounds stupid, but I'm worried about covering the spread. And that over. This might be a good under to get on right now. Maybe. Hold on. No, because I know they played fairly well. I would see it because that number is probably going to go up 25-9. Remember that things are speeding up with the clock now. Like this, the clock doesn't stop after first downs, so it cuts out like 200 and some plays per game. Do you realize that the new clock cuts out about like 260 plays a game, 200 plays a game? I think it was like something crazy, like 260. Maybe that's a bit far-fetched, but I'm talking total on both sides, the whole game. It cuts out like a good amount of plays. It might be like 80. I don't know why I'm getting 200. I thought that's what it was. Decent team. Think they'll surprise them here. I think Texans will just be the Texans, and they'll be mediocre, and they'll cover the spread more than people give them credit for. Did you see what happened with the Colts? Bro, they literally got to the 1-yard line, first down. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 tries to get 1 yard into the end zone, and the fucking Colts couldn't do it. With like 40 seconds left. They literally could not. They didn't even go backwards. It's not like there was like a loss of yardage and they lost 3 yards and went back to the 5 or the 10-yard line. For the Colts to cover, all they had to do was get 1 yard. They literally went nowhere. No loss and no gain of yardage. Like, how do you not get 1 yard? Run it in, right? Tuck the ball and run it in, bro. I know. They went all the way down the field. 1 minute left. There was like 1 minute, 40 seconds. Went all the way down the field. And I'm like, They ain't getting, like, I'm not getting myself excited to get this cover because I know they're not doing it. I know it was always the Jaguars. Before I bought the ticket, the Jaguars were covering. It was always the Jaguars. And I didn't get myself, like, excited, like, yes, we're going to hit both tickets, no break even today. No. Them motherfuckers weren't getting nowhere. They went all the way down the field just to get people that bet them excited, only to let them down and crush their fucking hopes and dreams. 1 yard. First down, 1 yard. Could not get that ball across the plane, but also didn't go backwards. What? Yeah, I mean, when you're down, you kind of got to, but I didn't see it on TV or anything. Josh Allen just got a first down. Actually did something weird. He's lucky he didn't get hurt. I got to take a piss real quick. I'll be right back. Oh, shit. My mic's not on. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe they can open it up. But that was crazy. They went for it on 4th down. But it's really not crazy because they're like, what? Do you not trust your defense? Well, apparently you do trust your defense if you're going on it. If you're going for it on 4th down in that Patriots game, right? It's like, I'm going to put, because even if we don't get it, I trust that my defense not going to let them score. Like, the Patriots aren't good enough to get to that end zone, and they were right. It all depends on how you want to look at it, right? It's not saying that you don't have trust. It's actually saying that you do have trust. Look, this might be a good one here, guys. Packers favored by 1 over the Falcons. Is that too easy? It's in Atlanta. You guys also have to take notice, like last year, because I think the NFL is going to be really good this year. I know last year it was the Bills. At first, it was the Bills and the Eagles, and then just everyone else sucked. And then the Chiefs came out, and, kind of pulled away at the end of the season there. This game here, there's a little bit of tricky lines here, guys. There really is. Like, look, the Chiefs are favored. The Packers are favored by 1. The Bengals are favored, right? The Bears and Bucks, yes, the Bucks will probably get that one. Titans and Chargers, like by 3. Raiders and Bills. Look, this line's already out, and they don't even know how the ending's going to be, but it's already out. The Raiders and Bills. Seahawks and Lions. Eagles were... I haven't watched them play yet. I hadn't. Stephon Diggs got a touchdown, guys. Bills. And we said at the beginning of the stream, we were on the Bills. Game is not over yet, though. Game's not over. It's far from over. I'd probably be nervous if I was on the Bills because it's going so good. I haven't watched them play. Again, I kind of been just worried about college, but I think we're going to have a good year in the NFL this year. I think you're going to have some teams that are pretty close. This is what I want to learn, guys. How to be able to get this background going there and doing. I'll get it. I'll talk about that another day. Because I want to start bringing somebody else on with me, and we start, going through the lines and our best bets and shit like that. But Dallas favored by 3.5 over the Jets. You know what I'm saying? These lines are trying to get you to slip up. Like right now, how many people do you think right now are slamming the Ravens? How many people do you think are slamming the Ravens right now? You're getting plus money against the Bengals that just had a shitty week. That line is, I'm telling you right now, if the Bengals come out and win, it would not surprise me. Like, you got to do the things that are hard, that you physically can't and struggle doing. You want to take the Ravens. Your mind says they just won. They just crushed the Texans. The Bengals looked like shit. Joe Burrow got taken out of the game. Now they're favored. Give me the Ravens. You're gonna get your money taken. This is how you do. This is why you don't make money at this stuff. And again, maybe I'm overthinking it, but why are they favored by 3? I don't. It's probably the numbers, but I don't know. I want to see where it goes. If I can get plus money on the Bengals, I'm telling you right now, I'll probably take it. Watch the Bengals win by 3. I wouldn't be surprised if the Bengals win by 3. I don't know if this has more to do with the Ravens' injuries that you were talking about, but it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. Always beat up the Bengals. Ravens and Bengals will be close. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the Ravens are really good, man, during the regular season, and they always have been. You know what? So, it's like every 4 years before Dallas plays the Bengals. And Dallas is only 3.5 favorites. That's probably a good fade. If the Jets lose tonight, probably take the Jets against Dallas next week. I know that's crazy, but for Dallas beating the Giants by 40 points, going back home as a favorite against a team that just lost, if you can get, if that spread can get bigger, you want to see where the line is as we go throughout the week. You want to watch it. So the Ravens play Dallas. Like every 4 or 5 years they play each other. I wonder if this is one of the years. It's been a while. I don't think it is. It might be next year. Shit. They don't. Buffalo, Rams. Yeah, it might be next year that they play the Ravens. Because I feel like it's coming up. It's been quite a few years. It's giving me fucking... I don't even drink, and it's giving me alcohol stuff. Man, I was kind of... I felt like I worked way too hard to go 1-1 yesterday. That really bugged the shit out of me. Oh, it's another 2 years? Okay. Yeah. Eagles are 7 over the Vikings. Lions 5 over Seahawks. So right now, Bills are up 10-3. I'm gonna go have a smoke real quick. Man, that's a nice run. He damn near got out to the 30 there. It was a really nice run. I'm gonna look at college. Browns. Oh wait, do they play each other next week? I expect a bounce back for the Steelers. I think they had yeah, that's a Monday night game too. So I feel like the Steelers had a couple injuries. I know they had a lineman or something get injured, I think. And I'm curious to know if the Browns had any injuries too. I'll have to look into that. That's a good one you just brought out. That's one I am going to pay attention to. Dolphins at Patriots. Coming up here. It's going to be nice. So, I was going to say, watch for these teams that play on, like, turf, and then they go to a grass field. That's why I didn't think Dallas was going to run away with the game, because Dallas does not do well in grass fields. At home, they have turf, indoors. When they go to stadiums that are outside in grass, they struggle, right? So there's going to be some of that. I feel like everybody lost on the Colts. Texans lost, +1. The quarterback for the Colts will be back. He didn't really get hurt, but he acted like he got hurt. I don't know what the hell that was about. Like Packers at the Falcons. I'm really curious about that game. I still think the Packers can get away with it. I mean, it's not that I don't understand these lines, but are they doing it on purpose for you to, like, act sharp? You know what I mean? I can see Dallas, right? I can see this Dallas being 3 points. Dallas just went 40, interception by Buffalo. There's a pick already. Dallas, 40-0, going back home. A small favorite. I mean, probably Jets all day. Maybe not. I don't know, but it's sketchy. It's really sketchy. The 49ers looked so good. I don't know if it's that the Steelers were that bad or if the Niners are that good. I really think if Kenny Pickett had the weapons, he could be just as good, if not better, than what's his name from Iowa State, that plays for San Francisco. Brock Purdy. I'm pretty sure he came from Iowa State. I'm pretty sure. Iowa State. I knew he did, because it was him and another running back that were pretty good. I almost got sucked into playing that Iowa State game, but I didn't. I stayed away from it. Iowa and Iowa State. It's a commercial. I'm going to be right back in 1 minute. Yeah, that's what I do. I do them. I will do some round robins, but I do straight bets. You said it over 40. I could see that. That's actually a pretty good one. And I don't think we're going to get rain next weekend. There's a hurricane out in the Atlantic that I seen last weekend, but I think it should be, if it's even going to get here. The thing is that I don't. Last week when I seen that hurricane forming, it was way out there, like by like Africa. They had it projected to like not even come into land. So I don't know where this hurricane's what it's doing. But last week it was supposed to come here Wednesday. If it was going to make landfall, it wasn't going to be until Wednesday. And that would, still have enough time to where it comes in and goes out. So Steelers and Browns, it should, there shouldn't be a weather issue there on Monday night either. It's a night game too. That can always mess with you, like with the lights, the ball, you know what I mean? Like, that ball in the air and there's shade. Like, it can really mess with you on those night games. But, yes, I don't know why that total is so low. I really don't understand why. I'd have to look into it. I just got to do the math, I didn't really care for... I didn't watch too much. I watched it, but I didn't really watch NFL too much last year. I feel like this year is going to be really good. Could be. I feel like this year's setting up to be a good year. I'll be right back, guys. All right, I am back. Yeah, no, I still can't believe it. Bills went to 4 straight Super Bowls and lost them all. It is nuts, bro. That is crazy. That is the definition of pain. That's like a curse, right? They're freaking cursed. Just like I guess the Mets.
The Falcons and the Jaguars aren't just playing a game in London next month. They'll also be transformed into the world of Pixar's Toy Story. The characters becoming the players competing in real time.
Oh no, come on.
Toy Story Fun Day Football begins Sunday, October 1st at 9:30 a.m. Eastern on Disney Plus and ESPN Plus.
I gotta do some work on the markets. I gotta get this thing out. I had such a day today that I didn't get hardly anything accomplished, and I don't like that. You know, I was watching some 9/11 stuff, and I don't know. I'm upset with myself. I'm really upset with myself.
Well, out to the 25 it will come. And Zach Wilson with 17 seconds left, down by 10. Don't expect much, but it's a new and different NFL, so who knows? Well, you know, we talked about how to play.
Does anyone think Rodgers is coming back
And you have prepared all summer for this offensive
after halftime?
for Aaron Rodgers, and now
I mean, I don't think so. There is a game I kind of like. Is this Memphis minus 14 over Navy? I would have liked it more. See, I played Notre Dame because I always play against Navy on the very first ones. They've always cashed. Like the spread, like against the spread for Navy on their very first game, it's so bad. It's got to be so bad because the last 5 years I've been playing against them, and I've been covering the spread. It was what Marshall. I forget who it was the year after that. And then it might have been Memphis. And then it was Notre Dame this year. And then it looks like we might get a second. Memphis also was another team that was really early in the season. Memphis was a good team to fade. So I like to remember spreads, like the line, like what lines cover at what number versus ones that haven't. Like if you get like 14.5 and we see that it continues to cover week after week. You know, you want to just be able to pay attention to those things, like what numbers are covering, you know, just a lot of different things. Man, Georgia Southern might be a play there, guys. Believe it or not, 63. Holy shit. I'm sure that because I just said Georgia Southern's in play, Wisconsin is in play. I knew the X-rays were negative. It's torn ligaments. That's exactly what I thought. Iowa State and Ohio. Iowa State's favored by 2.5. That is hilarious. Missouri, Liberty, Buffalo. So early on, let's see. So Thursday. That makes no sense to me. Navy and Memphis on Thursday. I kind of like this game, kind of. UTSA at Army. Crazy, but I don't... Wait, no. UTSA is the UTSA of old, I think. Let me see here. What has Army done so far? Oh, they don't have it? 17-3, 57. Oh, so they haven't. Louisiana Monroe they played, and that's it. Yeah. Oh yeah. University of Louisiana Monroe. ULM sucks. Delaware State. So look, here's another one, right? Army going to Delaware State, like going to these smaller schools to be able to see them play. Like these, I know Delaware is a state that you have like Maryland, but you got to drive long as shit to get to Happy Valley, PA. Like you don't have a Power 5 conference, a Power 5 school that you can like, which is in like driving distance for you to go see. This is why I want to go see if the NCAA will do something about this going forward. Like start thinking about the states that don't have the opportunity to go to one of these games and see these players play. that would like to. So I'm not sure if it's just not because there's not enough money to pay for the travels.
And there was so much hype and so much excitement and so much energy around this team. We were all in the stadium when the players were storming the field.
Liberty,
Energy
Buffalo.
was unbelievable. And within minutes, the air goes out of the stadium. They're completely crushed and devastated.
Yeah, I know.
We have not gotten
That is a shame.
official word of the exact injury. We await that.
It's probably torn ligaments.
What the official injury
Right, it doesn't matter what the official injury is.
and a night that had so much buildup that you were anticipating so deeply is now, for all intents and purposes, for the New York Jets.
Zoo.
You have Zach Wilson at the helm. Now you have to figure out if you're Nathaniel Hackett, who was
I don't have one, man. I don't have one. I really don't have one. I don't have one. Because it could, it's like, it's the same usual schools. Michigan, Ohio State, Georgia, Alabama. Now, here's the thing people don't know. Georgia was usually not in the picture like they are right now. Like, you can see how their basketball school, basketball, nothing. But they were there was a point in time when Georgia was dog shit. Right? It was Alabama, Clemson, Ohio State, and everybody else. It was just those three. Alabama, Clemson, and Ohio State. And then time went on. Georgia still sucked. And then it was, now just the past couple years is when Georgia's been in the picture. They were never usually this good. Like, seriously. They were not a good football team. They never had a quarterback. It was bad. But they did turn that program around. Honestly, man, I have no idea. I gotta be honest. I'm not gonna say Texas. I'm not gonna say Michigan. I'm not gonna say Ohio State just yet. I just need a couple more games. You know what I mean? I need a couple more games to really see what's going on with these teams. Like, people are talking Penn State up so much. I'm like, okay, they're okay. I still feel like Penn State's where Penn State always is. Like, Penn State hasn't gotten better. They had a really good team the past couple years. A really good team. I'm going to say, the usual. Alabama, Georgia. Now Texas is in it, but the thing is Texas could easily lose to a conference game, right? Texas could easily get a loss. Maybe they don't. Maybe they are good. They don't really have any competition. I want to see how Oklahoma fares. You have USC, right? It's just early, exactly. You know what I mean? It's like you're gonna take the 5 best schools and right there. That's, you know what I mean? They're the 4 that are gonna go in. Miami's like, I just feel like Miami may be like over, like Texas A&M. They got a nice win. They went to Miami, and that's gonna make Miami's line a little bit inflated. They're going to be a little high on Miami, and then Miami will come back down to where they usually, you know what I mean? Like, it'll pull back, per se. You know what I mean? They had a really great game. That quarterback had a really great game. It was like 0 interceptions, 5 touchdowns, 300, 400 yards, something crazy, 200 yards, something crazy. But we'll see. I want to wait until the first, the second week of October, and then I'll really be able to tell you what I think's going on. So if we look here at Texas A&M, right, and then we go to wait, what is this? No, this is not what I want. Here we go. What? Look at these stats, bro. These stats were insane. Scoring, I guess we go to Miami. So look at this. 21 for 30, 374 yards, 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. That's a hell of a game. That's a hell of a game, bro. Like, that's insane. So finally, we come out and give you guys a winner. Which is not hard. You know, it's if you've been in the game, you know, it's something you don't know how everything's gonna turn out. But let's see. I'm so surprised how Illinois just fell off. Do you guys understand, like Colin? Do you understand how good Illinois was last year and pretty much almost beat Michigan, and very well should have beat Michigan, but the refs the last play of the game, it was 2 plays. What happened in Illinois and Michigan last year? And the thing is that Illinois lost to 2 schools close. Maybe a couple kids were sick, but they were really good last year, man. Illinois was really good last year, and they pretty much could have beat Michigan. And technically, they kind of did, in a sense, because there was a ball that was thrown. It hit the ground. The kid landed on it. It hit the ground. It bounced into him, but the refs called it a catch. But they still had to make the field goal to win the game. And they did, and I feel like they didn't call the play the way they did not call it a no catch, because Illinois did not have anything to gain from winning that game. It's not like Illinois would have went to the playoffs. Michigan would have just been out of the playoffs, and I don't think the refs could do that. If Illinois did not lose those 2 games, I still think they would have given Illinois that game, because that would have been it. It would have been 4th down. You know, that would have been it, because that gave them a 1st down, and the clock was running out. Right? Clock was running out. Illinois, they just had to make the one stop. They pretty much did, in my book. Just like what they did with Michigan and Michigan State 2 years ago, when a dude fumbled it in the end zone, and they still gave it to Michigan State just to make it a game, because they were beating them 31-7. And then it was just like, it switched. Yeah, Illinois was so good last year, bro. So good. I was surprised they lost the 2 games. I mean, if you just look at their schedule from last year, they beat Michigan. But they didn't on paper, because the refs gave Michigan that catch at the very end of the game. And I remember watching it, and I'm like, the refs are going to call this a catch. They reviewed it. They called it a catch, because Illinois does not have anything to gain. Because they lost 2 games that they shouldn't have lost. It's going to take Michigan out of the playoffs, and it's like, it's not putting in, I was about to say in video, because it's right here, but it's not going to put Illinois in. So if we look at Illinois' schedule from last year, bro, they've fallen off so bad. I don't know if it's like people have left or what. Illinois NCAA football 2022 schedule scores. So like, look at this. Where's this at? August 27th. Wyoming. Look at this. Wyoming now 38-6. Virginia 24-3. Illinois against Wisconsin 34-10. Illinois, Minnesota 26-14. They lost to Michigan State. That was one. Look at this. 17-19 against Michigan. But they should have won that game. At the very end, they should have won it. Look. They lost in the bowl. But look, 41-3. They lost to Purdue. They whooped Nebraska's ass. They whooped Iowa. Well, they beat Iowa. Chattanooga. And this is the game they shouldn't have lost. I think they just ran out of time. Right? Illinois was so good last year. I think there was a couple players that got sick in that Michigan State game. I know one of them, they were sick and they weren't playing. They didn't have a full squad that one of those games. I forget what game it was. I don't know if it was Purdue or Michigan State. One of those games. You see what I'm saying? They were really good last year. And I played this game. I played Wisconsin. I played, against I won both of these spreads. I was riding Illinois all year last year. You know what I mean? All year last year you made money because they covered the spread. And I played Illinois against Michigan. Yeah, they were really good last year, man. And they fell off this year. They fucking suck. I really thought the program was actually turning around after last year. And I said, this year's going to be the telltale sign. Now, maybe those kids got offerings to other schools and they left. I tried looking it up, but I didn't get a clear answer looking up, like, starting returners and stuff like that. I know, I am too, dude. I am too. Did you see the stat that I had for this game? This is going to be in the, if I can get it going, which I should be working on it now, but I'm doing a stream. I'm wanting to get a newsletter out for stats and trends and stuff. So Do you want to know a stat for this game? That's actually pretty. It's for the under. It's actually pretty. It actually makes a lot of. Come on. Check this stat out for the under. So listen to this. This is a total thing. So NFL Monday night games in which the home team is an underdog have gone 11 for 32 and 2 on the under since 2016, including a 0 and 13 for the under the last 2 seasons. Add that the previous 10 AFC East same division games are 1 and 8 on the under. Those stats gave you the under today. Like, that's pretty insane. So the under has gone in Monday night games 11 for 32, and 2 of them it was just, you cashed out, you broke even. But it was 0 for the over, 13, 0 and 13 for the under the last 2 seasons for Monday night. And then, when a previous AFC same division games were 1 and 8 on the unders. That's insane. That's a stat that you can't ignore. Where you got to take the under. You know what I mean? Got to take the under. Like, that's 80%. That's an 80% clip, right? If not a little bit better. I mean, that's a stat that that's the kind of stuff that I like, that I will put money on. A stat like that you can't ignore. 11 for 32 since 2016. 11 for the over, 32 for the under. 11, 32, and 2. Like, that's pretty crazy on the over and under. Yeah, it is. Did you know? So Oregon against Georgia last year. That was also one of my first plays. Oregon played Georgia. I know somebody who has... Here, let me give you the stat. I'll give you the stat real quick. Shit. Let me see. So last year, right? Let me see if I can click this. Oh, come on. So this was Oregon and Georgia. The defending national champions are 16-6, 73% at the spread in their first game of the year. So that was a play on Georgia last year. And then Oregon, it was something crazy. Hold on. Shit, man, I can't. It's not going to give it to me. But that was a stat, right? That you can't ignore. But it was even better once you added in. Once you added in Oregon. That's a stat you can't. National champions were 16-6 at the spread on their first game. But there was a stat with Oregon. It's not giving it up to me. But it was such a stat. It was like... And I think that spread was like 13, 12, 13 last year. So those are the stats and stuff that I want to put in, because I have a database thing. It's just hard for me to do it on my phone. I don't want to do it on the computer and give it away for everybody. You know what I mean? I don't mind, but Those are like the type of totals and like those are the trends and stats that I like that I will play. There was actually another crazy one with Wyoming against Colorado State 2 years ago. Um, I'm gonna. There was let's see. Let me see. It was Wyoming at or Colorado State. It was a play. Colorado State play on. I'm pretty sure. Play and play. Suffering. Or so. Hold on. Yeah, I'd have to get it, but there's a lot of stats, and I'll get them as it goes. There's like another. Here's another stat: 42-12 overall winning run. 29-6 NFL. Hold on, it's not giving me anything. I know it was on Wyoming. I know it was. It was like a team that's lost. A team that has lost 11 straight and is back home. An underdog of less than 7 points covered since 1989. It was like since 1989 it was like 18-2, 18-3 since 1989 when an a 0-win team on their 11th game is at home and they're an underdog by less than like 7 points or 6 points. Though they will have covered the spread. It was like 18 for 2 covering the spread since 1980s. It was nuts. I'm going to see if I can find it here. But those are the kind of things that I like. Those stats that you can't ignore. All right, so come on. So like here's another random stat, right? Michigan State head coach is 20 or Michigan State head coach Tom Izzo is 22-0 straight up and 16-4-2 at the spread in the NCAA tournament as a pick or favorite when coming off a straight up at the spread win of 5 points or more. 22-0 straight up, 16-4-2. So they've covered 16 times, they've lost 4, scratched twice at the spread in NCAA tournaments as a pick or favorite when coming off of a straight up at the spread win. Like those are stats that I love, right? And you can find them all over. There's databases you can go to and kind of plug in your own stuff. You know, it's I don't know why. I really, for some reason, want to find that Wyoming stat. It was nuts. Yeah, those are things you got to look for. I was looking for how, like this year, I was looking for like how, like the first game of the year, how did Super Bowl teams do, or how did losing teams do in the Super Bowl, and coming into the first game of the following year, and it was actually supposed to be a play against the Eagles, but it didn't even, I didn't even care for it because there really wasn't a stat for it. You know what I mean? There wasn't a trend. So I'll give you guys one from this week that we used. Right here. So here's one, and let me see. It's right here. This was one stat that we used. So this says let's see. I think it was on page 9. And Miami won. Listen, so here's stats for Miami, right? It's going to take me a little while to read that to you. Where's it at? Page 9. I'm pretty sure it was. Oh, come on. But yeah, Miami, there was stat for Miami today against Texas A&M last Saturday, and you would have won with Miami. Straight up, too. They straight up won the game. So this coach, this NFL coach, is spotless in his career as a division underdog. This was for this week, mind you. This NFL coach is spotless in his career as a division underdog when seeking revenge, going 4-0, winning all 4 games outright. Who was this week's top dog? Let's go to 15 right here. So, I'm pretty sure. And look, they had Miami over the Chargers by 3 points. So right here, guys. So they have Seattle over the Rams, which this did not work out. So right here, given the Rams 7-1 at the spread record, the last 8 games in the series, and a 5-1 at the spread ledger in season openers, look for Seattle to fall prey to its 1-7 at the spread mark as a division home chalk of more than 3 points, along with the lousy 1-4 at the spread home dog versus double, or home log versus double revenge foes. So they had the Rams, I take it. Or not they had the Rams, but this was the stat pointing to the Rams. Okay, no, here it is. Bill Belichick is only 25-26 in the past 3 seasons since Tom Brady left, after going 249-75 with Brady as their starting quarterback. But with the Eagles 2-7 at the spread in their last 8 non-divisional away games, look for the Hoodies' 12-3 outright record at home in season openers to serve a tall task that they did not do. So pretty much that stat is the Patriots are 12-3 outright at home on the season openers and at home. They were 12-3. That's all that was. But I kind of like this Rams one. Given the Rams 7-1 at the spread record the last 8 games in a series against the Seattle Seahawks. And they're 5-1 at the spread. So that was a really good one for the Rams. And I'm pretty sure the Rams beat the Seahawks, didn't they? So now that stat is now 6-1 and 8-1 at the spread. So yeah, there's a lot of cool things that you guys that like. There's places, there's sites you can go into. You just have to like kind of do your work, and from like OddsShark, all kinds of different places. So did Boise State beat UCF or get close? So here's a fun stat, like with Boise State. So Boise is now cast into a rare role of a home dog where they are 5-3 straight up at the spread in this role since 1999, including a 3-0 straight up at the spread when taking fewer than 3 points. Save the best for last. The clincher. See this week's incredible stat on page 2. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, man, I'll catch you in the morning too, buddy. I'm getting ready to go to bed. I got to get up early. Actually, I want to start on this. It's 10 o'clock, so yeah, I'm going to get off here too. I'm going to go start on this newsletter that I want to get out and get some stats together. I want to give you guys all my scores for every college game, every NFL game, and we'll see where the chips land, right? We'll see how close I can get or how far off I can get. But I promise you a lot more will be damn near close to the exact score than less, especially when we get to week 6, week 5, week 6, and then week 7. We should be able to dial it in. You have a good night, buddy. I'm getting out of here too. Let's see. All right. That is going to be it tonight, guys. I'm going to go off to do a couple things myself. If you guys could hit that like button for me, subscribe if you haven't already done so. We trade stocks here live Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 4. We do sports. We have sports talk, and stuff like that. I'm going to get to work to kind of get some things going and get some videos out. So thank you guys for joining me. Again, hit that like button. I'll see you guys on the next one.